Great to have you with us. Now, leadership of the Zongo community in the Ashanti region capital, Kumasi, has condemned and distanced itself from a section of their youth who attacked police and journalists and also blocked some roads. The Zongo youth also burnt tires and attacked workers of the Mesia Government Hospital whilst protesting the police killing of 7 members of the community suspected to be armed robbers. The protest occurred in spite of several calls for calm by the acting Sakin Zongo, Alhaji Ahmed Rufai Alao.
The chiefs on Thursday morning asked the youth to cancel a planned demonstration until a decision is arrived at a meeting after Friday prayers. But those pleas were ignored by some of the youth who went on rampage and attempted to set the Swansea police station ablaze. General Secretary of National Association of Zongo Chiefs, Alhaji Shuabu Musa Sharif, says the chiefs are appalled by the conduct of the youth. He spoke to my colleague, Ohimiteria.
It's very unfortunate that I understand some few of them. You know, in any society, you can have some people who go astray. I understand some few of them came and bent tires and then caused commotion that even prevented vehicular traffic moving, which is very, very bad. We didn't condone that, we didn't sanction that, and we told them anybody, whoever goes there to do that, that's at his own risk. Should, in case somebody is even arrested, will not come there, because that was not what we told them to do. We advised them, we even told them the decision taken by the leadership that tomorrow being Friday, after the prayers, the Zongo, the imams and ulamams, and all the chiefs, the opinion leaders and the elders of the Zongo community will sit after the Friday prayers and have a thorough discussion. This is the problem that has befallen us. We should bring ideas on the way forward. Then from there, whatever decision that we take, should in case even there's a need for us to embark on demonstration, then we will tell them, we will write formally to the police to seek for their permission. This is what has happened and want to embark on the operation. Then the routes that we will pass, whatever that we will do, well, I mean, we'll put it in the practical terms. Then we'll discuss with them and tell them that, I mean, we should be disciplining ourselves. Demonstration is part of democracy. Demonstration, when we want to do it, we should be able to say what is worrying us so that the people will listen, but not to come and then maybe the thing goes out of hand and the destruction of property and other things. That is not what we want.
So in as much as you are concerned, the development so far, when you met them, the indication was that they would heed to your advice. I mean, the Zongo chiefs, they will not hit the streets. They've done that, attacked police officers, threw stones at them, to the extent that some police officers are injured, including a cameraman of GH1, and went ahead and also threw stones at the Mesia Government Hospital. In that regard, suspending the hospital's activities, how would this affect your pursuit of justice as far as this issue is concerned?
This is really sad. Let me apologize to anybody who was injured during that happening. It was rather unfortunate. We never sanctioned that, and we will never condone that. If that has happened, that is rather unfortunate.
To the Volta region now, where many girls in communities of the Krashi East District are yet to enroll in school due to poverty and lack of decent learning environment. Despite various social interventions put in place by UNICEF and the Korean International Cooperation Agency and government, many young girls are unable to complete junior high school. UNICEF country representative Anne-Claire Dufay says the situation has become very worrying. Joy News' Charity Emihil Bartels visited Krachi with UNICEF to assess the impact of the mission's Better Life for Girls in Ghana project and has filed this report.
Krachi East is one of the 25 districts in the Volta region. For decades, the lack of decent employment and income-earning activities have contributed to majority of adolescent girls in the Volta region suffering from exploitative forms of labor. However, the joint partnership between UNICEF, KOICA and the government of Ghana has seen some slight improvement in school enrollment, but same cannot be said for girls in the area. According to UNICEF country representative Anne-Claire Dufay, Poverty and early marriage are two major factors impeding the progress of the project.
And today we had a conversation with girls and boys at the school. It was very clear that the poverty was affecting their education, because some of the girls were saying how their parents don't have textbooks, they don't have books. Some of the parents even would like their girls to leave school and marry a man because they think it will be cheaper, and that continuing their education will not lead anywhere. So the Better Life for Girls program that is funded by COICA and implemented by UNICEF and the government of Ghana is actually trying to improve the situation of girls by promoting education.
In 2017, the Ghana Statistical Service estimated the poverty rate of the Volta region at 33%, translating to 1 out of every 3 individuals in the region living below the national poverty line. To help improve the situation, the Korea International Cooperation Agency allocated $5.2 million to support interventions in the region, particularly Krachi East.
COICA as an organization are trying to boost the gender equalities and then to contribute to the mainstreaming issues for all our projects. So one of our discussions and the conversations with UNICEF created this project, which is called the Better Life for Girls, with the amount of $5.2 million US. And we started it in last year, 2017, and then we expect to finish it in 3 years until 2020.
Some beneficiaries of the Better Life for Girls project shared their thoughts with Joy News.
My fiance, some met me about me homeboard, and I'm a fiance, no, my dream friend by myself, no, my free minim madam for 4 months, no muka, and my met me could do if you may me one for son. I do my dear Mr. D. I mean, fiance, and my bomb home, I did not my fiance, dear. Miss Fiance, no, my bomb home by me, family who cook bam, no, Sam.
UNICEF, COICA and government are optimistic the Better Life for Girls project will be expanded to cover more areas in the region and, for that matter, the country, in order to offer broader opportunities for young girls and boys to explore their full potentials. Charity Emihel Battels reports for Joy News, Krachi East, Volta region.
Now, the Ashanti Regional Minister is asking people plying their trade along the Ahensai Lake Road in the Ashanti region to vacate for construction of that stretch to begin. Simon Osei-Mensah has announced that work on the Ahensai Road to Abunu Lakeside will begin in August. The deplorable nature of the road has become a major talking point because it leads to the largest natural lake in West Africa, Lake Bosomtwe. The minister has visited individuals and businesses to be affected by the construction and begged them to leave before work starts next month. Prince Apia has more in this report.
The Ahensai Nkwantanan stretch is a very terrible one. Deep potholes are visible, lined up all through the stretch till one gets to the popular Lake Bosomtwe. Driving on this route, one will see many vehicles meandering their way to dodge these potholes. Drivers plying the route have often complained about the effect of this terrible road on their vehicles. Residents and businesses dotted along the stretch have often called on government to fix the road, but that has not been successful. Ashanti Regional Minister Simon Osei-Mensah has, however, revealed the road will be fixed beginning next month. But before that, he told the areas to be affected and pleaded with residents and businesses along the stretch to vacate the place. He says the road is expected to be completed in 2 years.
This first first phase, which is under the urban roads, is starting from where the dualization ends at Ahinsan, close to the Brewery, and then it stretches up to Chapatre, getting to the boundary between now Asukwa municipality. Those days it was KMA and Bosomchi district. From Bosomchi district portion, it will be taken over by the highway, 8 kilometers up to a community called Akutuja. After that point, then there will be single lane up to Abon. But the whole stretch is asphalt. We don't want anybody's property to be destroyed by bulldozer or caterpillar or whatever. That is why we've moved from shop to shop to sensitize them, to immediately remove all their properties from the affected areas. Already we've asked the urban roads to inform them. Urban roads have done that. I also have made several announcements on radio, where we don't want a situation where somebody will say that I did not hear it already. That is why we decided to move from shop to shop.
Some residents that the minister engaged, though excited with the project, pleaded to be compensated when they vacated.
And it was because in the near future, because we can.
It will ease traffic in the long term, so it is good.
But when they get to the long run now, they have a problem. Until the long run, they say, yeah,
It will put us out of business. A month's notice is very short. We want the road, but we need some compensation because our job is on the line, she says. But the minister disclosed only those with KMA permit will be compensated.
Department is working on it, and when they are done, we know those who qualify for compensation. Those who may qualify are only those who were given help by the then Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly.
Prince Apia reporting.
Now, when the Western Region town Takwa is named as a mining hub in Ghana, there's the immediate temptation to compare it to cities like Johannesburg in South Africa, which have become tourist destinations and generate millions in revenue. The story of Takwa is, however, the opposite. The road, which links Takwa and the Western South to the northern part of the Western Region, has deteriorated, resulting in broken down vehicles and discomfort for travelers. Nathalia Kwanta has more.
Takwa Mine has the distinction of being one of the largest gold mines in South Ghana. Approximately 24 tons of gold is produced annually, and 100 million tons of earth is removed to achieve this production rate, and currently host mining giants including Golden Star Resources, Anglo Gold Ashanti Iduaprem Mine, African Mining Underground Services, and the hundreds of small to medium gold-scale gold trading companies. Considering the rich mineral deposits of the town, one would have thought that all is well. It's about an hour drive from the regional capital of Sekindi Takoradi by road, since there is no airstrip at Takwa and the rail system not running efficiently. The only available means to get here is by road, and you will be greeted with this.
We feel very bad. Ask a mining town, a mining community, and look at the royalties the government takes here, and look at the nature of the road, which is very bad. So government have to do something about it.
The situation here, as you can see, has become the daily pain of commuters who use the stretch to enter the gold town and those traveling to the northern part of the western region, Gold Shoe. Residents complain that the road has been in this bad state for years and it keeps getting worse each day.
It's almost 3 years now I stay in Takwa here, and I was having a car. And really, the way the road is really affecting us. Even though my daughter is attending at ABTSU, I can't even use my car. I almost parked the car even a month.
The drivers endure these conditions each day, causing them not only wasting of fuel in long queues, but frequent visits to the mechanic.
The road is too bad. Now, if you see how the road can be now, we dey suffer for here, where no be small.
The drivers and residents are not the only people affected, but other businesses. Mustafa Hanif is manager of Carl Hotel, which is located just along the road. He shares his story.
So it's been about a year now, and still nothing positive. When it started, within those 3 months, business was good. But because of the road now, trust me, business has been bad, and people coming from town to this place normally don't get taxis because no taxi driver wants to come here for his car to get destroyed. People come in here and then they get car problems. We have to push their cars. We have to help them fix their tires, engine problems here and there.
For mechanical shops along this stretch of road, one would think the state of the road now definitely a boom in business. But Master Hassan says he's not enthused about the money he gets, but his health and that of his workers.
My issue has to do with the dust generated by the road, which has been in this deplorable state for long.
Chief of Achampim, a suburb of Takwa, who is saddened by the unfortunate action of the contractor and government in delaying the construction of the road, says government should give the contractor the needed financial support.
Now, how
during raining season and even at dry season, the nature of potholes on the road have terrible effect on cars that ply it. It makes the drivers suffer.
For now, until this stretch of road is fixed, residents and other users of the road would have to live with this condition of the road. So only God knows when the contractor would begin work.
A 37-year-old Mason is in the grips of the police for killing and dumping his ex-girlfriend in a bush at Gomoa, Nkwantanan in the central region. Police discovered the decomposing body Thursday afternoon after 2 days of search. Maxwell Agbagba was working on another crime story in the region and chanced on the incident.
It is Thursday afternoon. We are in an isolated community at Gomoa, Nkwantanan in the central region. We are here in the company of some police officers going deep into the bush where the 37-year-old allegedly dumped the body of his former girlfriend. A woman is standing close to a mini truck ready to convey the body to the morgue. She spews words intended to invoke the spirit of the victim to deal with her killers. We are currently in the middle of nowhere here at Gomoa in Nkwantanan in the central region. Police officers here are getting ready to convey the body to the morgue. But before that, they had to spray the decomposing body before they were able to carry it. I've been speaking to the station officer for Ewutu Breku. He has been narrating to me exactly what happened.
That was 3 days ago that Omar came to the police station and reported a missing of his girlfriend, Mary Tete. So while looking for her, yesterday we had information that one Aziboni, the former boyfriend, he was the one who murdered the girlfriend. So this morning, we had him arrested yesterday, and this morning we came to the scene, combed the whole area, and now that we got the body in the bush, so we are now about to convey the body to the mortuary. Okay. Yes, yes.
Okay. So what's going to happen after the body has been conveyed to the mortuary? Has he confessed to the crime?
Oh, he confessed really. He confessed that he was the one who murdered her and carried it from the house to the nearby bush.
Keep the body?
Yes, he carried it by himself and then dumped it in the nearby bush. So this morning when he came, it was a very hard for us to locate the body because he refused to even show us where the body was deposited. But we tried, and then by the grace of God, he was finally able to show us where the body is. So we are here with the body now, yes, to convey to the mortuary. Yeah.
Okay. The deceased new boyfriend is standing some meters away from the body, as his rival, who is the main suspect, is in handcuffs. He told me he saw blood stains on the compound the day the incident happened. He later reported to the police that his girlfriend had gone missing.
Around, and they said some guy come around and look for her, was looking for the girl. So once I followed through investigation, I know that this guy, he come to my area looking for this girl.
So did you know he had any intentions of?
Yes. Around last week Thursday, he traced the girl. When the girl from somewhere, where she's going to church. She was from there coming, and this guy crossed her on the road, want to struggle with her. So she found someone is coming, so she went to sleep at the person's place. So next day I went to meet her, then we come out, and she explained to me that this guy is after her.
The accused bolted after allegedly committing the crime, but later confided in a friend. The friend, under the guise of helping him conceal the crime, lured the suspect and alerted the police, who caused his arrest. Reporting for Joy News, Maxwell Agbagba.
Now, the Interministerial Committee on Mining has been asked to investigate claims by traditional authorities that a company is contracted to do reclamation is actively mining in the Kumasi forest in the Amansie Central District of the Ashanti region. The Forestry Commission has tagged the Kumasi forest as the fastest depleting forest in the country. But some members of the Bekwai Traditional Council say they have information the company contracted by the Forestry Commission to reclaim lands destroyed by illegal mining is taking advantage of the exercise to mine. Nana Aljima sat in a meeting between the Bekwai Traditional Council and the Interministerial Committee on Mines and now reports.
The Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Kofi Jamesi, started a 2-day working tour of communities affected by mining. Together with the Secretary to the Interministerial Committee on Mines, Charles Cromwell Bisiu, they are tasked with educating traditional leaders on their role in ending illegal mining. Wednesday's visit took them to Bekwai and Fomena in the Ashanti region. The concern of the chiefs here was with what they described as continuous mining in the Kumasi forest by a company contracted by the Forestry Commission to reclaim lands devastated by illegal miners. Paramount Chief of Bekwai Traditional Area, Nana Osekwejo Abebiu, says the Traditional Council is reliably informed the company is taking advantage of the exercise to further destroy the land.
I was here one day when one of my sub-chiefs in charge of the area came with an official of the Forestry Commission and one gentleman. They introduced me as leader of a group who will be reclaiming the forest. I asked them for a copy of the contract, and he told me I wasn't given one. Then I told him to allow me photocopy his copy, but he told me it wasn't allowed. I then asked, if you go on reclamation and find some gold there, will you take it? He then started laughing at me. I then blessed him and asked him to go and reclaim the land if he has been sent by government. And since then, I started receiving all sorts of information. So I called the CEO of the Forestry Commission to go and saw what is going on there. I know he has been there.
Problem. Secretary to the Interministerial Committee, Charles Cromwell Bisiu, promised a probe into the claims.
Once we get information, we act upon it. For example, in the last week, I know that the Operation Vanguard have arrested a few people with foreigners, and including foreigners, and also seized excavators and all that. This information, we received it today. We're going to escalate the matter and ensure that all the security agencies actually act on it.
Nana Aljima reporting.